Turn the lights off.
Hey guys, so I'm back for another tutorial, and this one is going to tie in a little bit of Easter and a little bit of spring because it's using pastel shades, but it's also using a spring trend shade, a mint shade, and I'm also pairing it with nice coral lips, which again is another spring trend. So hopefully you guys like this look, and if you want to see how I did it, stay tuned for the tutorial. So here's an up close view of the look that we're going for. So let's get right into it. I already filled in my brows, and now I'm just applying some Urban Decay Primer Potion to my lids to help prevent the eyeshadows from creasing. Next, I'm going in with some concealer under my brow. This is the Anastasia Pro Concealer in the shade 4.5. And I'm applying that with my Maximum Coverage Concealer Brush from Bare Minerals. And I'm just defining the shape of my brow and blending that concealer downwards onto my brow bone. I'm just going to blend out the edges with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, or you can use your fingers. I'm also going to apply some of that concealer on my brow bone and crease area using my Deluxe Crease Brush and blending it out. Then as a base on my lid area, I'm going to apply B-Daub Cream Pigment from Illamasqua, and this is just a very pale mint shade, and I'm applying that with my Anastasia number 18 concealer brush, and I'm just tapping that pigment over my lid so I get a nice opaque color. And then what I'm going to do is remove the excess off that brush, and then I'm going to do flicking motions along the edges of that color so there are no harsh lines. I'm just blending that upwards into the crease. Now for the inner tear duct area, I'm applying a light shimmery champagne shade, and this is High Style eyeshadow from Bare Minerals. I'm applying that with a J5529 brush from Hakuhodo. I'm just concentrating that on the inner tear duct area. Then to help with blending in the crease, I'm going to apply Samoa Silk eyeshadow from MAC, which is just a pale matte peach shade. And I'm applying that with my BJ142 blending brush from Hakuhodo. And I'm just applying this in my brow bone and crease area to give us a wash of color that's going to help with blending out the other colors that we're applying to the lid. Then on the lid, I'm going to press on a Magnolia Makeup pigment. This is Mint Julep. And I'm going to tap this onto my lid using my MAC 239 brush. And this is a nice, lightly shimmery mint shade, and I'm just tapping that on again so we get full color just over where we placed that cream pigment before. Then I'm grabbing the blending brush, a BJ142 brush from Hakuhodo, and blending out the edges of that color so there are no harsh lines. And this color is just going to blend seamlessly into that crease color that we placed down before. Then for my outer lid and outer crease area, I'm applying Chlorophyll Loose Color, which is just a darker shimmery teal green shade. I'm applying that with my Sonia Kashuk large crease brush, and I'm doing very light tapping motions just to deposit that color because I don't want to get this color too far into the crease or too far onto the lid. And I'm just going to gradually build up that color so we get just a little shading in the outer V area and outer crease, but I don't want an intense color from this pigment. Then I'm just going ahead and picking up that blending brush, the BJ142, and blending along the edges of that color on the outer crease and on the brow bone area. Now I'm just going to remove some of that excess pigment on the outer eye area with a dry cotton pad. Then for my highlight area, I'm just applying Velvet Nude eyeshadow from Bare Minerals under my brow, and this is just a matte nude shade, and I'm applying this with my 252 flat paddle brush from MAC. Then for my lower lash line and my lower waterline, I'm applying Rich Purple Chromographic Pencil from MAC. I'm applying that to my waterline and on the lower lash line as well. Then I'm blending out the edges of that color with a flat shader brush from MAC. This is the 242. Then I'm grabbing a shimmery purple pigment from Magnolia again. This is called Lady Day. I'm just applying that on the lower lash line where we placed that pencil before with the same 242 brush from MAC. And this is just going to make that pencil a little bit more shimmery and glowy. Then I can blend out the edges of that purple with a blending brush from Hakuhodo. This is a small blending brush. This is the J5529 brush. I'm just blending out the edges so it's faded and there's more of a gradient than a harsh line. Then I'm going in with my mascara, but first I'm going to apply a lash primer, and this is Tightline Primer from IT Cosmetics. And I'm applying that at the base of my lashes so we can get the full length and tight line at the same time. It has a very tiny brush, so I'm just applying that to the base of my lashes and pulling it out. Then I'm going to coat my lashes with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm not applying any lashes, so I'm making sure I apply 2 or 3 coats to get full volume for my lashes. And because we applied that primer, I don't have to go all the way to the base because the base was already coated in a black primer. Also apply some to your lower lashes. So here are the eyes completed. Again, I didn't apply any lashes or upper lash line liner. I just applied mascara to make the pale lids shine. So let's move on to the rest of the face. So for the lips, I'm going to give you 2 options. Both of them are going to be a corally orange lip, but the first option is much more subtle than the other option. And for this option, I'm going in with Ravishing Lipstick from MAC, which is a very pale coral shade. And I'm going to apply that all over my lips. And then I'm going to follow it by applying a little bit of Ravishing Lip Glass. So this is the matching lip glass from MAC, and yes, it's lip glass. MAC calls their lip glosses lip glass, and that's why I refer to them as lip glass. I'm going to just apply that over the top just to add a bit of sheen. So here you go, the look with the very subtle lip. So for the second lip look, I'm going to go in with a stronger, more orange tone coral shade. And for this, I'm going to use Vegas Volt Lipstick from MAC, which is a strong orange coral shade. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to apply this all over my lips. It's a pigmented shade, so it'll give us more color payoff. And then I'm going to top it off with a luster gloss from Black Opal, and this is in the shade Minx, and it's an orange shade with a lot of shimmer to it, so it's going to give our lips a lot of shine and a lot of sheen. So I'm going to apply that on top. So now let's move on to the color on my face. For the entire look, I'm going to use the Live Love Laugh Vitality Disc from IT Cosmetics, and I'm going to apply all 3 shades, the blush, the highlight, and the contour color. And first I'm going in with the blush shade, which is this nice corally pink shade with a golden sheen to it, and I'm applying that with my Marc Jacobs The Blush Brush, which is number 10, and I'm just going to apply this to the tops of my cheeks and blend it in. And then for my contour, I'm going to go in with the contour shade, which is a nice dark matte shade, and I'm applying this with the angled brush from IT Cosmetics, and I'm just going to apply this to the backs of my cheeks and blend it in to give our cheeks a nice chiseled look. I'm also going to apply some of this bronzer to my forehead with the same angled brush just to give myself a little bit more of a tan that it looks like I got a little color. I'm also going to contour down my nose with the bronzer shade, and I'm going to use my Inglot 4SS large blending brush and just apply it down the bridge of my nose to give my nose a little slimming effect. As you can see, I look like I had a nose job. So I'm just going to slim out the bridge of my nose and the very tip so I give my face a more structured look. So now for some glow to my cheeks, I'm going in with the highlight shade, which is a nice shimmery golden champagne shade, and I'm going to apply this with my Suku cheek brush, which is a very light feathery soft brush. So this will allow us to apply this color very lightly and just give us a nice simple glow to the look, but not be overwhelming, because these light shades can come off ashy on dark skin, so you want to have a very light hand with this color. So there you go, guys, that's the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed putting it together. I absolutely love these mint shades, and I love them especially for the spring, and I think this is a nice fun way to put it together. And you can pair it with a nice coral lip, and I gave you 2 options, a more subtle option and a bolder, more intense look, but you can change it up and mix it up and do whatever you wish, whatever you're more comfortable with. As usual, links are going to be below to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page where you can follow me and check me out there. I usually leave pictures and all that good stuff before I actually post a tutorial, so that's a great way to keep like ahead of looks and get a sneak peek into what's coming up next. And I'll also leave a full list of products used down below as well, and you can check out my blog for pictures of the final look. So I'll talk to you soon, guys. Have a good Easter. Bye. This palette would be right up my alley, so of course I grabbed it. It just released. I don't know if they're sold out, but it's just do you see this? A multitude of bright bold colors that we have been waiting for.